Welcome to Compelling Directive Application Lesson. The objective of this lesson is to apply the compelling directive concepts to your organization. Specifically, you'll describe the mission and purpose for your organization, and if these don't exist, then you'll develop a draft for both. Next, you'll describe the vision of the organization, and if that doesn't exist, again, you'll develop a draft. And finally, you'll identify and describe the values of the organization and the culture. We begin with the mission and the purpose of the organization. Step one is to identify the products and services your organization creates. Identify the core operations and competencies involved in creating and delivering those products and services. Once you've done that, step two is to identify who you do that for. Who are the primary beneficiaries of your products and services? Who receives and uses your products and services or benefits from the products and services? And finally, you'll identify why you do it. Why are you in this business? What difference are you making in your stakeholders' lives, including potentially the shareholders? So you're going to take the worksheet, and again, many people like to use Post-it notes, the mini Post-it notes on a piece of paper, and work through this, and that way they can iterate it and develop it, and it doesn't get as messy. Or if you're developing this with a group, you may want to put these 3 columns and 3 areas on a whiteboard and use larger Post-it notes. That way everybody can see the ideas as they unfold and as this fully develops. So the steps are download the mission and purpose worksheet, as always, and complete that worksheet either by yourself or with a group, and then present that with your colleagues, your boss, subordinates, get feedback and reactions to that, and then incorporate that back into a revised version. Once you've done that, you're ready to move on and identify the vision and values for the organization. So again, 3 steps. The first step is to identify the ideal products and services. Describe the vision of those products and services and the core competencies that would be needed to continuously develop the ideal products and services. Once you've done that, turn inside the organization and describe the ideal organizational culture. And this is going to include the values and the associated behaviors with that culture and how they play out in the ideal version of symbols and rituals and heroes in the organization. And finally, identify the ideal workforce or working place based upon the workforce perspective. In other words, what's the vision of the ideal place to work, and one where the workforce reaches its full potential and shares in the benefits of the organization's success. So download the worksheet, and again, you either using it with a piece of paper and some mini Post-it notes or on a whiteboard with a large group, you're going to want to take the worksheet and identify the vision and values for your organization. And they may already exist, and you'll be able to just leverage existing documents, or you may have to create a draft with your group. Then present that to the colleagues, boss, subordinates, get their feedback. And this will help you prepare for the next step, which is to assess these things. Finally, incorporate that into a revised version. And then you're ready to take both the mission and the vision to the next lesson, where you're going to assess these, both of these, and we'll see you there.